So a bit of sound test. So I have my Taylor guitar here, and then my patch Taylor acoustic guitar, and then my mic. So I'm currently using the Shure MV7. So the input of the TC Helicon controls the volume of my mic. So mic. And then the volume knob of the HX Stomp now acts as my master volume. So that controls also the mic volume as I have it plugged here on the aux in. So why did I going back to the global settings? So initially I had this line, but the mic volume is very low even if I maxed out the input and I'm clipping already. It's very low sound, so you can't really hear it. So I tried out instrument sound test. So it works for me. So just trial and error, I guess, on my end. Let me just save that. And then yeah, that's my patch for my Taylor. So it's clean with delay, and then bass. But yeah, so sound test, maybe one song. Wanna get drunk when I wake up on the right side of my bed. Never easy to say, tell you the truth, I hate what didn't kill me, never made me stronger at all. There you have it. Next one, I'll show you the USB hub that I did, and also how I pack it all up. So yeah, this is everything plug out. So this is how I pack it. The top lid goes there. So it is a tight fit with everything inside, but you can squish it a bit, it will go in, and then I found myself to kind of have to a little bit of press there. So press close, and the latching locks there. Once that is closed, it's manageable. So I really like the ABS case. So I'll talk about what I did inside, kind of like a small modification that I did inside. I really like this because you remove the top lid and then you can play. It's a lightweight hard case, but I've seen some reverb ads selling some of these cases. So the weak points is if you drop this, it will crack. So I've seen some reverb posts that like these are just wrecked, these lines here. But if you're traveling with a car, or you have this somewhere else, then it's a good option. So I went with this just because lightweight hard case, and also the ability to just remove the top lid and then play immediately. So when you open the case, there. So initially, I can't close it initially. What I did was just remove the board. I removed the foam underneath it. So I removed it entirely, and then when I put the board inside again, so I kind of added a little bit of clearance by removing the foam underneath the board. But the problem now is the board. If you set the board here, it gets wobbly because this is the middle is elevated. So I put a yeah. So I put this kind of like rubber stoppers. So this balance out the distribution of the weight, so it doesn't wobble. So again, this one goes a bit underneath the board, and that sits flush there. And this one sits here. So this way I can close the top lid. So going back to the USB connections, a USB hub that I installed here. So Loopy Pro guys usually have a USB hub connected to their iPad, so it's closer to the iPad. So what I did was essentially put it on my pedal board. So my HX Stomp is connected here, my Morningstar MC6 is connected here, and then the end. So I bought an extender, USB-C data cable extender. So this one would go directly to my iPad. So I have a spare USB port there. I can plug in a MIDI controller, MIDI keyboard controller, so I can control the drums or drumsticks app inside Loopy Pro. So, and then what I intended to do is to control Loopy Pro using the Morningstar MC6. So everything goes here, and then this USB hub that I bought. It's a 3 USB in, and then you have a USB-C to charge the iPad as well while you're using the port. So that's it for the USB hub. So the Morningstar, I have a cable dangling here, so I plan to use that in case I need expression pedal to plug it here to control anything. I guess that's a spare output, omniport output from the Morningstar. And then I have a MIDI master plugged in on MIDI in and MIDI out. So the expression one here is actually an omniport out, so I have that connected to the MIDI in of the HX Stomp. And then what else? Yeah, this one really, if you're an OCD person, this doesn't really look good. I don't know if I can put a hole here just to put the DC mod on the side, but everything looks clean on my end except for that one. Yeah, so closing that again, it's very easy. So when I did the mod underneath the board, one thing to note is that the foam here is kinda hard foam. It's not really that hard, but it needs to settle in with the pedals that you put in on your pedal board. So I found myself to squish in a bit initially, but when everything is settled in, it's fine. So I push my board a little bit forward so it can close. Yep. Once everything is closed, lock the latches. There you go. Rockboard 2.1, really good board. I had a Rockboard 2.2, a Duo 2.2, I have it. I have a video of that on my channel as well. But I wanted to have a smaller size, so I had a VE500. I'll show you my other board. This is kind of like my bigger board. So the HX Stomp was initially here. So, you know, when you have the VE500, you need that Duo 2.2 to fit that in the middle, between the HX Stomp, this one, and the Morningstar MC6. But to keep everything small, I bought the TC Helicon Harmony pedal, which is surprisingly good for like secondhand, because they're not selling that already new. They're not selling that anymore. So on my other video, I also purchased another MIDI controller, Luminite. So this one is the external foot switch. So this one is the main MIDI controller. So this one, I'm planning to build a bigger board. This one is my smaller board, but this Luminite controller can communicate with WIDI devices. So I have the WIDI master here on my small board. I have my WIDI jack connected on my bigger board. So, you know, additional control capabilities for Loopy Pro, just in case I need it. The spacing, just want to open that again. Open the board again. So just comparing the spacing between the MC6. So the challenge is, if I'm gonna use this as my controller of the Loopy Pro, the spacing aren't that quite far apart, so I may have trouble hitting this if I plan to use this side as loop 1, loop 2, and then loop 3. So I don't know, I might integrate this so this one goes near my iPad, and then it's connected wirelessly to the WIDI master. So I'll control it using this wireless foot switch. So that's the plan. So hopefully, one at a time. I'll explore Loopy Pro first, and then try to integrate everything else. So hope you guys stay and subscribe for future updates. And if you have any questions, let me know on the comment section down below. Thank you.